Hi, I just want to throw something out there. A lot of people on YouTube talk about, if things don't seem to be working out for you, that you must not be in quotes, proper alignment, and that, you know, you have to, quote, work on yourself and your own, quote, self image, etc., things like that, to get things to work. I don't recall in any of Neville Goddard's lectures that I've listened to or any of his books that I've read where he mentions anything about this. All he talks about is going and living from the wish fulfilled. That's it. He talks about revision. He talks about living from the wish fulfilled. Doesn't talk about all these weird so-called techniques that people out there are talking about. And what another YouTuber who I really like refers to as popcorn manifestation, where, you know, people, talk about all these weird little techniques on how to manifest quicker and faster and better. Neville doesn't talk about any of that stuff. I wonder why. He talks about living from the wish fulfilled. And that's pretty much it. Honestly, if you can point to a specific Neville Goddard teaching where he speaks about any of this other stuff, please put it in the comments below. Maybe I missed it. He does talk about revision, but that's something else. All he talks about is the wish fulfilled, and all the examples he gives of people who gave him testimonials, on how they applied his philosophy in their own lives with success. That it's all living from the wish fulfilled, imagining the stuff in their mind's eye, the way he explains over and over and over again. So I don't know about any of this, you have to work on yourself, or you have a poor self-image and that's why things aren't working out for you or manifesting. He talks about mental diet. Maybe some of this stuff ties into mental diet where, you can't help but think about certain negative thoughts, or maybe someone is getting under your skin and you're going with it mentally and you're arguing with them in your head and all this stuff, and thus it keeps repeating. But again, that's not really the same as saying it's due to your own self-image being off, or you not loving yourself enough. I don't recall him mentioning any of this stuff. So maybe they're getting it from somewhere else and they're kind of intertwining it. But Neville, if you could point to that, please let me know where I missed it. But I'm throwing out that I'm throwing that out there as food for thought, so that when you see all these things on YouTube, you ask yourself the question: what would Neville do? What would Neville say? What would Neville Goddard say about this? I don't recall him talking about that kind of stuff. I mean, not in any direct way, not in relation to your manifestations not working. Normally, that's you not living in the wish fulfilled and coming at it from a place of lack, right? You can't desire what you already have, all of that. But that's not the same as poor self-image or not being in alignment. Unless not being in alignment is not living from the wish fulfilled, okay, but that's not what all these other people are kind of saying. They're saying it in another way. So again, I'm throwing that out there as food for thought, and so that you listen to all this stuff with a critical mind and always think and have Neville Goddard in the background, because he's the granddaddy of this stuff as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, I hope that's useful for anybody who might be having problems.